This is an odd one. The Origins of Marvel Comics by Stan Lee. Obviously, this is the latest one. It's just come out. Just come out in the shops. This one, 1974, Fireside. Absolutely love it. Now, I think there was a hardback when it came out originally. I never got the hardback one. I got the paperback one. Can't recall how much this cost now. But I really loved it. It was the first time for me to see all the various origin stories, the Fantastic Four, all in colour and as close as possible to the originals. Now, they're not exactly the same. I'm just going to quickly go through this one first. It is different. They've just changed a few things and it's very odd. But I was expecting slightly different from this. I thought it was going to be a trade paperback. This one isn't really. It's very similar to this in some ways. I'm just going to show you the various things here. You've got obviously an introduction by Stan Lee. Now, of course, all the work, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, all the various artists. But Stan Lee obviously wrote all this. And go through this. And here, of course, Fantastic Four. Now, it's, of course, not exactly the same as an original comic. It's definitely not. So if you've got, of course, the original or you've got the latest Taschen books, you'll be able to compare it and see that it's definitely not the same. But still, really, really amazing quality. I loved it at the time. Great stories. Of course, you've got all the classics there. You see there, obviously turning into the Thing. You've got the Mole Man Secret. But also, you've got other stories as well. You've got the Silver Surfer. Great way of combining Silver Surfer and the Thing and the Fantastic Four. And that was superb. And then on to the next one. The Incredible Hulk. Even got the grey cover there. Love it. Of course, Hulk Strikes. And then inside, of course, it's green. Just to confuse things. But then, of course, got a classic one that I loved, Hulk 118. So there's lots of great stories all the way. And it's really, really crisp, really, really good quality. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man 15. Doesn't include, of course, all the other stories. Always slightly annoyed me that. Would have been nice if it included those. But, of course, you've got their Spidey, obviously, with it, tackling the robber there. And, of course, you've got the Shocker. Really weird story. Not one of the best. I think they could have chosen loads of other possible stories to demonstrate it. But still, you have to put something, and that's what they went for. Of course, you've got Thor there, battling away with the robot, that initial thing. Oh, I love all the various springs and things that pop out. Obviously, alien technology has springs as well. And, of course, you've got that great story there. I love that one. I think that's the Enchanters one. Really, of course, massive there. Brilliant Odin. I mean, Odin probably looking as impressive as ever. And Doctor Strange, Master of Black Magic. And, of course, another classic as well in the back. You got this one, which I absolutely loved. Love that clear story. Brilliant. However, let's go to the latest edition. That's obviously what you've come for. Origins of Marvel Comics by Stan Lee. You can see it's slightly thinner. It is slightly thinner. It's not. Let's put it the right way around. You can see there. Obviously, it's a lot cleaner looking. You can see, obviously, it says Marvel. Obviously, as always, the copy is slightly bashed there. Does it ever get through the system that way? But you can see also it's by G13 there, not Fireside. And the back, you can see it's slightly different as well. You can see the differences there, obviously. There. But the writing, I think the text, Marvel presents the origins. I think it looks about the Shakespearean speech, etc., etc. Have they changed it? It does actually look slightly changed, actually. That's strange. I hadn't noticed that. But yeah, no, it is the same. Just quickly flicking through that. But the actual book, let's just open it up now. And the quality is not as good. I'm just going to put that out. Now, at least they didn't go and modernise it. I was expecting it to be sort of like turned into a usual. They've replaced everything with the modern style that you see in the omnibuses, etc. It isn't that. And you can say, but the page numbering is different. I mean, it's a minor thing. Page numbering. People worry about that. That's me worrying about something like that. But you can see there, it starts there, 1. I think in the original one it's 13. So it does look slightly odd when you get to the back. You think, hang on, the pages are slightly different numbers. Got there, part 1. And you've got all the text. Now, I haven't gone through it also to check that if it's exactly the same, if there hasn't been something slightly. But still, I think the writing looks fine enough. It looks okay. But the quality of the other work is slightly blurred. I don't know how they did this, whether they got the plates in some way, and they obviously didn't go to the original source and then just put them back into here. Maybe they did. I don't know. But however, somewhere along the line, all of them slightly smudgy looking. I'm not going to bring up the two to show you because I don't think you'd even see this on the video. But it's definitely, I mean, it's still not, let's say, the remastered sort of look, but it's just blurrier. Just like you look at it and think, Maybe it's just my eyesight, but that's quite possible. But it's definitely slightly blurry. You can just see a sort of oddness about it. It's just slightly off, just a fraction, but just enough. You can just watch it and think, is it my eyesight that's actually making it slight? And it's the same on here. You can see all the colours and things. I mean, let's just quickly, I will bring it up because obviously that would be seen. Right, let's just show the colours. Let's go. There, I can see the colours there. They're slightly different. But then again, that could be just purely age. So let's just put it down. You can see the reds are slightly more than the, but it's just, you can see the original one there. It looks sharp. Now this one, and I can't really put my finger on it, whether please put in the comments below if you can suggest what they've done to produce this, because if they just done it from the original book and scanned it in, I'm not certain. It's just very odd, because it definitely is everything. Every picture seems to be just slightly different from how you feel. And you see this one, I mean, it's just great. Still the great, obviously the Hulk there, love it. But just something wrong, slightly blurry. And it's the same, even more noticeable with obviously this one later, the obviously Submariner. I love the story. One of my favourite Hulk stories. Love that one. But it is slightly blurrier. But it's all got all the imperfections of the original, but it's been scanned in some way. And it's got the classic one, the brilliant Spider-Man, of course. But again, you can definitely just see it. This one actually, Spider-Man saying that, is slightly better than the other ones. So Spider-Man here, you just look at it, doesn't look to my eyes as blurry, but there's some, this one, shocker. Definitely, that just looks odd to my eyes. Maybe it's me, I don't know. And also just there, you can see the Thor. I mean, it's just not as sharp looking as the others. And likewise, definitely even more noticeable in this one, which is, of course, one of my favourites, the Enchanter's one. I love that one, but it's just slightly off. The story, everything's just brilliant about it. You can still enjoy it and read it. Just absolutely perfect, but it's just slightly different. I wanted to point that out. That's my idea of what it is. I just think it's like, I don't know if they ever brought out one before, if there was a sort of reprint before of this, one of my favourites. Yeah, it's possible. And maybe somehow along the way, each version it's just slightly got worse and worse, but it's just odd. But it's still great. And I really wanted to get this just to do a comparison, because it is probably my favourite book. I love picking this up, and I will flick through this many a time. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this latest one, even though I knew heart of hearts it's going to be slightly not as top notch as the original. It's still great. Maybe the hardback one is going to be better. I can't compare it, so I don't know. To wrap, I think this is still pretty decent. If you haven't got a copy of the original, then I think this is definitely a lovely book to pick up, especially at £10. I think that's just really good purchase at £10. But if you were paying £20 or £30, maybe it would be pushing it a bit. That's why I didn't go for the hardback. I thought really for a few essays, additional bits and pieces, maybe a few additional other extras they might include, just didn't think it was, for me, it was going to be worth it since I had the original. However, if you haven't got the original, maybe you might decide that the hardback one is probably a better purchase if you want to get the origins of Marvel Comics. Now, I hope they bring out the Son of as well in the Sim Star. It'd be pretty good, even if it's slightly blurry. Again, maybe I might look at it and think, that's slightly blurry. Also, of course, bring on the bad guys. Also, Women of Marvel. That's another one, was Superhero Women of Marvel, something like that. And also there was a Battle one. There was a few other ones that Fireside brought out. So there was lots of these books that came out and I loved at the time. I got about 3 or 4 of them, though I haven't got all of them. So it would be nice if they brought out a series of these. I would definitely be checking them out. But still, really love this. Great to see that it's finally back in print. So Origins of Marvel Comics by Stan Lee.